Mr. Blanks with another video. Today I'll be discussing 10 cards you should have in your trade binder and or pick up before they skyrocket. Some of these cards have already skyrocketed price, but I wanna like explain why these cards are valuable. They're not just valuable for a collector standpoint, but they'll also going to be meta viable in the post rotation Pokemon TCG. If you haven't been to my channel, my name is Mr. Blanks, and I usually do Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Market watches. If you would like to see more market watches, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We'll jump right into it. First card we're going to talk about is Scizor at Obsidian Flames. The illustration rare value starts at about $10. You got the market price value is $12.80. You have some that are starting lightly played under $12, about $11.96. You have some that's in around $12.65, $12.70. My recommendation is if you are looking to play any deck that uses Metal Energy like Gholdengo and or Archaludon, I recommend picking these up because this card will see a lot of play. This will also be an alternative attacker in those decks because for one Metal Energy, Punishing Scissors 10 plus, the attack does 50 more damage for each of your for your opponent's Pokemon in play that has an ability. There's going to be a lot of decks that's going to have an ability that's going to be able to wall off your Gholdengo, your Archaludon, because they have a ability like Wall Stall. They have the Cornerstone Overpond, a lot of GX, Farigiraf, at least two or there's gonna be at least a couple decks that's gonna have some Pokemon that you're not gonna be able to hit. And Scizor gets right around it. It can knock out the Mimikyu, knock out their Cornerstone. Mimikyu it hits for weakness. Scizor hits for weakness. So you're good. You're good with that. You're able to get around Cornerstone if they have at least three other Pokemon that have an ability as well as with Cornerstone. Scizor is able to knock that out. This card is such a viable card. It's on, for $12 is a very viable card if you want this illustration rare. And then they have the other one coming out of what was it? Coming out of Paldean Face. They have the Paldean Face. And they got the Paldean Face one right there. That is market price $7.89. Yeah, about $8. I would definitely pick this up. My local that's close by has one that I could go pick up if I'm ever in that area for about $8.50. That's me. Scizor, whichever way you pronounce it, one of those versatile cards you can definitely pick up. And speaking about Archaludon EX special illustration rare coming out of Sterling Sparks, another card number 241. Definitely recommend picking up. And I say the SIR version, not the full art. Full art is $5. You definitely pick that up as well. Coming out is also out of Sterling Sparks. But the reason why I say special illustration rare because people tend to like the shinier cards, and a lot of times people do want to bling out their decks. And Pokemon's a lot cheaper than Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh, like if I had a equate Yu-Gi-Oh Pokemon in Yu-Gi-Oh, this would be the only version you'd be able to get, and the card might be like $50, and you would need four. That's how Yu-Gi-Oh is. But Pokemon, you can get the regular basic for about $4. You can get the full art for about 5-6. You get the highest rating for about 30. Market price is sitting at 20, but relatively the price is sitting at $30. That's mean I would definitely most recent sales 31. That's mean I would definitely be on the lookout to pick up a couple of these, having my trade binder or post rotation. All this is post rotation. Archaludon would be a good deck. If not a good deck, it'd be a good engine and a couple decks that are coming up in the next format. Another card that's it's been going up in price. There's also going to be a great deck of next format is Dragon Ball EX of the ultra rare, aka the full art, coming out of Twilight Masquerade. They label it the ultra rare, but in a sense it's full art. If you are watching the video, Dragon Ball EX. Market price $13.65. Yeah, it's in about 13 right now, about $15. You got one free shipping, $16.50. Yeah, it's going up in price, and these were about $8-9 a couple weeks ago. That's me. I would if you're interested in building Dragon Ball, definitely pick it up right now. If you have these already, hold on to them. They should go up in price. Dragon Ball is a very powerful deck. Post rotation, it does lose some consistency cards, but it is a very powerful Pokemon. Phantom Drive. Oh, Phantom Dive. I don't know why I said Phantom Drive. Phantom Dive, 200 damage, plus 6 damage counter like Pokemon. Oh yeah, opponent's bench Pokemon anyway you like. That's 200 to the active, 6 damage, put all on one, spread all across. Very good. You can play out turns where you're taking multiple prizes over one turn by spreading damage. Very very strategic deck. Very easy to pick up. Very hard. It's one of those decks that's hard to learn if you don't give it enough time. Like most decks are. Think about a card that works in any deck that can be used with a Terra Pokemon. Noctowl, this card right here. Jewel Seeker, you got the ability to attack. We don't care about the attack, but we care about the ability Jewel Seeker. Once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon from your hand, you evolve one of your Pokemon. If you have any Terra Pokemon in play, you may search your deck for up to 2 training cards, reveal them, put them in your hand, and shuffle your deck. Very much, just search two cards of 2 training cards, boom, right? And this is gonna see a lot of play in Raging Bolt. And the reason why this works in fast turbo decks, because you can already have a Terra Pokemon on turn 2. Dragon Ball is gonna be a little tougher because you have to evolve the Dragon Ball. You have to have the rare Candy Dragon Ball turn 2. Sometimes that setup just is too slow for a Noctowl deck. This is the promo that's out of the set. It's the Stellar Crown ETB. I would advise anyone to pick this up. Market price is sitting about $8.40 right now. There's a couple sitting out at $8.40s. Some a little bit under $8. I might actually pick up some of these myself. But I definitely recommend picking up at least a playset. And Pokemon is different from Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Playset is 3. Pokemon's a playset is 4. So I'll definitely pick up 4 for yourself and then sell the rest, put it in the trade bond. Easily one of the best engines because you're able to just search your deck for 2 training cards. You could go Rare King. You can literally go Arven and then Rare Candy if you need another card, and then boom, get the Arven, get that, and then you use the second one for like a counter catcher if you're playing Dragon Ball and you're able to get turn 2. So you got Terra Orb in your hand, boom, boom, get the whole setup. It's just so busted. You don't go Noctowl first. You go. If you have Rare Candy in your hand, you go get the Terra Orb, use the Terra Orb, Rare Candy Dragon Ball, and then you use the Noctowl Evolve, Hoo to Noctowl, then you get whatever else you need with the supporter. Like, and boom, it just works. Because due to Dragon Ball is losing Rotom and Lumineon, the deck will be a lot slower. But Noctowl will work in a lot of turbo decks. It will work in a lot of other decks too, if it's built correctly. And talk about a deck, a card that works with Dragon Ball, Dust Noir. Illustration rare. And the Noctowl also is a promo. That's me. It's a full art, but the Dust Noir, the illustration rare coming out of, I think, the Noctowl is actually a illustration rare as well as a promo. It's considered promo. Dust Noir coming out of Shroud of Fable, easily one of the best, most like powerful card that came out. Has the ability Curse Blast. Once during your turn, you may put 13 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. If you use this ability, this Pokemon's knocked out easily. Market price $29. There's a couple copies if you get it from new sellers for about 20-25. So yeah, about $20-$25. It's sitting about $25 right now. It won't be sitting there long if Dusknoir, very nice spooky art. This card should definitely be going up in price. Also, we have to talk about the Duskull and the Duskull from this set. Duskull from this set, Shroud of Fable. That's the one that's going up in price. Market price is $41 right now. You can buy a couple. There's a couple under 40. If you want to pick those up, bling out your deck. Yeah, they're about $40. The Duskull, Dusknoir line. You can also get the Dusclops. The Dusclops will be the cheapest because that's the middle stage. But due to his Badoo running around, people have been playing the Dusclops just that they don't get item locked. Yeah, because item lock, you get item lock. It's just the worst thing, the worst feeling. That market price is about $23. It's about $23, like easily one of the best engines you could have. I like to go with a 3-2 line, 3-1-2, 3-2-1. Either way, I think you definitely need a bridge, and I call it Dusclops a bridge because the bridge between stage 1 is the basic and stage 2. But definitely consider picking up a playset, or not a playset. Pick up at least 3 Duskulls, at least a Dusclops and 2 Dusknoirs if you're interested. Definitely consider that. They're all from Shroud of Fable. That's me. And I think the ETB should be relatively cheap. Let me look up Shroud of Fable ETBs real quick. Shroud of Fable ETBs are about $50. They spiked up a little bit. They used to be about $35. They used to be about $35. Market prices $63. They're a little more expensive than they are before, but they're probably one of the cheaper products. The pull rate is not good on this set, but if you believe you can pull it, yeah. If not, just buy the singles. Buy the singles will always just benefit you out a lot more. Talk about a card that came out of Shroud of Fable, Munkidori. This card sees so much play. It's also illustration rare. Come out of Shroud of Fable. Market price $21. It's about $22 right here. Munkidori has an ability, Adrenal Brain. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon has any darkness energy attached, you may move up to 3 damage counters from one of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Pretty much, you can heal your Pokemon with 30 damage, and then you can use that to manipulate damage. Like with Gholdengo, you could, instead of Gholdengo needed 5 or the 7 energy, you can use 6. You could take Pidgeot, go from 6 to 5. That makes it a lot easier to knock out. You can make a Pokemon that has 30 HP left, knock it out, get a prize card before you attack. I mean, you have to get more prize cards. Like Munkidori is one of those cards that if you want to bling out your deck, definitely I recommend picking it up. It right now it's gonna drop. I do believe it will spike up price, not just because of the players, but also the collectors. And another card that's gonna spike up. That's gonna see a lot of play post rotation because there's no more Manaphy, no more bench barrier. Wellspring Mask Ogerpon. The special illustration rare coming out of Twilight Masquerade. And the reason why I'm highlighting the 2 Twilight Masquerades, I will be going back to Shroud of Fable. We'll talk about one more card from Shroud of Fable. But the reason why I want to highlight these Twilight Masquerade cards real quick, these are going to be the 2 best cards. There's a third one I'm also going to talk about. But I want to highlight Wellspring Mask Ogerpon. $19 right now for the SIR, the special illustration rare. And it's about $20. It's about $20. I definitely recommend pick it up. Very pretty card, very very appealing. That's me. Definitely recommend picking up at least 1 or 2. Wellspring. You got Teal Mask Ogerpon. That's sitting about $25 right now. Sitting about $25. You have a bunch of sellers that have at least 1. I mean, if you want a couple for your deck, pick it up. Teal Mask Ogerpon's going to see a lot of play, like Terra Box decks. Raging Bull, one of my favorite decks. It's going to see play in that. well, definitely be on the lookout for Tiamat's Ogerpon. I think Tiamat's Ogerpon is probably one of the best cards you could obviously have. But if you are not interested in that version, there's other versions pick up. But I feel like this would be the best investment long term. These cards are very appealing. People like collecting SIR. They like the high rarities. Like, don't, as much as Pokemon is cheap, people do like collecting the higher rarity. Going back to the Shroud of Fable, Feather Dippity EX, special illustration rare, coming out of Shroud of Fable, of course. Market price $49. You got a couple light plays, sitting about $49 right there. You do have a couple near mint, sitting about 58, like $49, $50 right here. Very powerful card. Ability, flip the script once during your turn. If any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn, it has to be last turn, you may draw 3 cards. And, it doesn't have to be by damage. If they were knocked out by anything, you get to draw 3 cards. Card is very powerful, very powerful. Has an attack that sometimes will come up. Cruel Arrow. This attack does 100 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. It can be useful. Doesn't always come up, but it can be useful. And last but not least, Terapagos EX. Special illustration rare coming out of Stellar Crown. I pulled about 5 of these. Like, yeah, it's one of the probably easiest cards to pull if you decide to open Stellar Crown. Market price is about $73. Yeah, it's still about $72, $73. Easy. One of the cards, if you want a high value Terapagos EX, but you don't want to, invest in Prismatic Evolution, buy the either lower ratings or the same ratings but from different sets. Terapagos EX right now sitting at $70 for the SIRs. One of the most beautiful cards, easily. Would I play this in the deck? No, because I know how sometimes I am with cards. But I definitely recommend picking this up. $73. Get yourself 2 or 3. Got a nice investment, and then if these ever do spike up again, offload them and have a good amount of money coming your way. Other than that, thank you for watching this video. I know people do like to see beautiful face, whatever. I will eventually have my camera back on. Right now, I'm just give you the information as soon as possible, get it out to you, and let people know. Save your money. Buy singles. Do not buy a product unless you're supporting your store and they give you a good value on it. Other than that, Mr. Blank with another video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Peace.